God says this directly to you in this moment, and the atmosphere around you is trembling because heaven has leaned closer to your life than ever before, and God says, listen carefully, don't skip, don't look away, don't allow any distraction to pull you out of what your spirit is about to receive, because right now the divine realm is opening above you and your name is being spoken in a voice that shakes the entire spiritual dimension. God says heaven is calling your name loudly, clearly, repeatedly, with a force that is tearing open every blockage, every delay, every emotional heaviness that has been sitting on your chest for months. And God says these next moments are not ordinary. These next seconds are loaded with divine urgency, divine intention, divine timing, because something that belongs to you, something heaven preserved for you, something that was protected by angels for years, is finally being released into your timeline. And God says 3 minutes left is not fear, it is not warning, it is not danger, it is not threat, it is a countdown of activation, a countdown of breakthrough, a countdown of divine shift, because in these final sacred minutes everything stuck is moving, everything tangled is loosening, everything blocked is breaking, and everything you prayed for is stepping out of the spiritual realm and entering your physical world. God says you are safe, nothing will go wrong with you, because my hand is over your mind, your body, your spirit, your home, your path, your destiny, your future, and no darkness, no person, no energy, no intention can cross the divine shield that is surrounding you like a wall of fire. Heaven says your name is glowing in the book of destiny, your name is vibrating in the halls of heaven, your name is echoing in the realm of angels, and every time your name is spoken the spiritual chains around you snap like thin dust falling off your shoulders. God says, I have seen the secret tears no one else saw, I have heard the silent prayers you whispered when your heart was breaking, I have watched the heavy nights where you pretended to be strong for everyone else while your own spirit was collapsing inside. And God says none of that pain was wasted, none of that suffering was ignored, none of those nights went unseen. Heaven recorded every moment, every heartbeat, every tear, and today heaven answers, today heaven moves, today heaven lifts, today heaven restores, today heaven breathes new strength into your chest, because the season of carrying everything alone is ending and the season of divine reinforcement is beginning. God says listen carefully, the heaviness in your spirit, the strange pressure, the emotional exhaustion, the sudden moments of confusion, the feeling that something big is coming, the sense that your environment has been shifting. These were not random, these were not coincidences, these were signs, these were spiritual contractions, these were signals from heaven that your destiny is entering a new frequency. God says the blessing coming to you is too large for your old season, the peace entering your spirit is too powerful for your old environment, the clarity coming to your mind is too bright for your old confusion. That is why everything felt uncomfortable lately, because your old surroundings could not hold the new version of you that heaven is awakening. And God says I am cleansing your spirit from old wounds, from old fears, from old disappointments, from old heartbreak, from old trauma, from old cycles that drained your strength for years. Heaven says the things that hurt you are losing their power, the people who betrayed you are losing access, the situations that exhausted you are losing influence, and the shadows that followed you are losing permission to stay, because the divine light entering your life right now is too strong, too pure, too holy, too intentional to allow darkness to remain. God says you are safe, nothing will go wrong with you, I am protecting every step before you take it, I am removing every trap before you see it, I am closing every door that would have harmed you, I am exposing every person whose intentions were not clean, I am disconnecting you from energies that drained you, I am blocking every attack that was launched against you, because your destiny is too important to be touched by darkness. Heaven says I am rearranging everything around your life, removing things that don't belong, elevating things that do belong, shifting paths that were wrong, strengthening paths that were meant for you, and aligning every future moment with the divine blueprint written for you before you were born. God says, listen, don't skip. This is the moment where clarity descends like warm rain. This is the moment where peace settles into your bones. This is the moment where fear releases its grip. This is the moment where anxiety dissolves. This is the moment where tears stop rising. This is the moment where your heartbeat slows down and your spirit steadies, because heaven has touched your life with a softness you have not felt in years. God says what is ahead of you will not look like what is behind you. The struggle behind you was preparation. The pain behind you was transformation. The silence behind you was protection. The delay behind you was divine timing. And the loneliness behind you was spiritual positioning. Heaven says angels have been fighting for you behind the scenes. Angels have blocked accidents. Angels have intercepted spiritual attacks. Angels have closed wrong doors. Angels have redirected you away from danger. Angels have stood guard at the borders of your destiny, and every unseen battle they fought was to bring you to this moment. God says this moment is divine. This moment is sacred. This moment is written. This moment is chosen. This moment is the beginning of your spiritual rise, and you will feel it. You will feel the heaviness lifting, the confusion clearing, the fog dissolving, the vibration of your spirit rising as if something inside you is waking up. After years of being numb, heaven says your miracle is here. Not approaching, not forming, not preparing, not on the way. It is here, touching your reality right now, aligning circumstances, aligning opportunities, aligning relationships, aligning spiritual timing, aligning destiny in a way that will shock you with how perfectly everything begins to flow. God says the reason doors closed was because they were traps. The reason people left was because they were not meant for your next season. The reason things didn't work out was because they were not aligned with your purpose. The reason situations broke was because heaven refused to let you settle for less than what was written for you. Heaven says what is coming will make your heart feel alive again, your spirit strong again, your hope bright again, your peace real again, your confidence stable again, your joy effortless again, because I am not just blessing you, I am healing you from the inside out. God says I am restoring your mind, your emotions, your energy, your inner strength, your direction, your clarity, your purpose, your courage, your faith, your soul. And as you hear these words, you will feel something warm expanding in your chest, because that is heaven unclenching the weight that has been sitting on your heart for too long. Heaven says 3 minutes left means the spiritual shift is completing. Angels are sealing your breakthrough. The divine gate is locking behind your past, and the new door is opening toward your future, and nothing in existence can stop what heaven has already placed into motion. God says you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you, because I am leading you into a season of peace, protection, elevation, abundance, clarity, direction, healing, love, and unstoppable divine purpose. And your life will not remain the same after this moment, because heaven has declared a new beginning over you, and once heaven declares it, no one can undo it. God says this directly to you in this moment, and heaven is still pouring its light into your spirit with the same unstoppable intensity that has been surrounding you since the first word, because this is not just a message, this is a divine operation happening inside your atmosphere. And God says listen carefully, don't skip, don't let your focus break, because the shift that started in your spirit is still unfolding, and every breath you take right now is aligning you deeper into the destiny that was written for you before time began. Heaven says your name is still echoing in the throne room, your spirit is still glowing in the divine realm, and angels are still standing in formation around your path, guarding every step that is coming next, because the next part of your journey requires protection, precision, and divine timing. And God says I am orchestrating everything around your life in ways you cannot see yet, ways that will make you look back one day and say, now I understand why it had to Happen this way. Now I understand why certain people left. Now I understand why certain things broke. Now I understand why certain doors closed. Now I understand why the silence lasted so long, because every moment was preparation for the breakthrough that is beginning right now. Heaven says nothing from your past has the authority to follow you into your next season. Nothing old has the power to attach itself to the new life being built around you. Nothing broken has permission to enter the blessing that is coming to you, because the divine shield surrounding your spirit is too strong, too bright, too elevated for any darkness to cling to you. God says you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am stabilizing your mind. I am calming your heart. I am strengthening your emotions. I am clearing your thoughts. I am rewiring your energy. I am lifting your soul into a higher spiritual frequency, and you will feel the difference. You will feel clarity. Replacing confusion, peace, replacing anxiety, strength. Replacing exhaustion and hope, replacing the hopelessness that tried to suffocate you in the past seasons. Heaven says you are rising emotionally, spiritually, mentally in ways that no one around you can fully understand, because this elevation is internal, this elevation is personal, this elevation is divine, and the people who once misunderstood your silence will soon witness your breakthrough. God says I am restoring pieces of you that you didn't even know were broken, healing wounds you forgot you had, mending parts of your heart that were numb for years, and reviving dreams that you buried because you thought they were impossible. Heaven says nothing is impossible for the one heaven is protecting. Nothing is out of reach for the one heaven has chosen. Nothing is too difficult for the one angels surround, and nothing is too late for the one whose name God is speaking over and over in the divine realm. God says your spirit has entered a moment of activation. Your destiny has entered a moment of acceleration. Your path has entered a moment of divine unlocking, and every piece of your life that was delayed is being pulled forward by heavenly force. Heaven says the energy around you has shifted, the atmosphere around you has changed, the spiritual temperature of your environment has risen, because the old season has died and the new season is rising with unstoppable divine authority. God says everything that hurt you, everything that broke you, everything that disappointed you, everything that drained you, everything that betrayed you, everything that rejected you, everything that weakened you, everything that confused you, none of it has the power to remain, because the divine fire surrounding you is cleansing every corner of your soul and burning away every leftover shadow. Heaven says your timeline is being rewritten in real time. Your future is being cleared of obstacles. Your destiny is being filled with opportunity, and your heart is being prepared for blessings too heavy, too important, too sacred to enter the hands of someone who is still wounded. And God says I am healing you so the blessing doesn't break you. I am strengthening you so the breakthrough doesn't overwhelm you. I am securing you so the miracle doesn't slip from your hands, because what I am giving you next is not temporary, it is permanent, not small but massive, not fragile but fortified. Heaven says the angels that surround you are holding a perimeter of divine protection so strong that even the smallest negative intention sent toward you is dissolving before it touches your energy. God says nothing will go wrong with you, because I have gone ahead of you into every moment you have not lived yet. I have placed angels on the roads you haven't walked yet. I have blocked dangers you have not seen yet. I have closed doors that would have harmed you. I have redirected paths that were not meant for you, and I have positioned people who will support you in the next season of your destiny. Heaven says the heaviness you once carried is being lifted so permanently that even when you think about your past, it will no longer sting your chest. Your memories will lose their pain, your wounds will lose their ache, your scars will lose their darkness, because heaven is replacing old suffering with new strength, old confusion with new clarity, old sadness with new joy, and old fear with new courage. God says your miracle is unfolding in silence, but soon it will unfold in reality. Soon it will unfold in front of your eyes. Soon It will unfold in ways you cannot question, doubt, or deny, because the blessing that is coming is not subtle, it is not quiet, it is not small, it is not hidden, it is bold, it is loud, it is visible, it is undeniable. Heaven says, I am aligning relationships that will elevate you, opportunities that will surprise you, resources that will support you, paths that will strengthen you, and moments that will heal you, because your story is entering a chapter where nothing works against you, everything works for you. Everything aligns, everything opens, everything flows, everything rises, and everything strengthens. God says, listen carefully, this is not a message, this is a spiritual awakening, this is a divine shift, this is a breakthrough announcement, this is heaven pulling you into alignment with the version of you that you were always meant to become. Heaven says you will notice your intuition becoming stronger, your emotional reactions becoming calmer, your inner voice becoming clearer, your decisions becoming wiser, because divine guidance is settling into your spirit like a warm presence that never leaves. God says you are stepping into a season where the peace I give you will shock you, the blessings I give you will overwhelm you, the clarity I give you will free you, and the love I give you will heal every part of your soul that has ever been neglected or broken. Heaven says nothing will go wrong with you, because your destiny is sealed, your protection is active, your blessing is accelerating, your breakthrough is rising, your miracle is unfolding, and the divine future written for you is already opening, and no darkness, no human, no energy, no intention, no force in existence can stop what heaven has already declared over your life. God says this directly to you in this moment, and heaven is still trembling with your name, because the echo of your destiny has not faded for even a single second. And God says, listen carefully, don't skip, don't blink, don't allow anything to distract you right now, because what I am unfolding in your life through these words is not ordinary guidance, this is not emotional comfort, this is not a motivational sentence, this is a divine intervention unfolding in real time inside the atmosphere around your spirit. And heaven says your name is still glowing in the spiritual realm like a burning flame that cannot be dimmed, and every time your name glows, the angels assigned to your life tighten their circle and strengthen their guard, because something sacred, something destined, something protected, something promised is moving toward you with unstoppable force. And God says, I am bringing you into a moment where the battle that once drained you loses all power, the enemy that once intimidated you loses all control, the fear that once paralyzed you loses all influence, and the sadness that once followed you dissolves like smoke in the presence of divine fire. Heaven says, I have activated new spiritual assignments around your life, and angels are walking through every unseen corner, clearing the residue of old pain, removing the dust of old seasons, and breaking the invisible cords that once held you to cycles of disappointment. And God says you are safe, nothing will go wrong with you, because I am covering your steps with a level of precision that no human could ever match. I am securing your tomorrow before you even walk into it. I am preparing your next doors long before you knock. I am exposing hidden dangers long before they reach you, and I am redirecting you away from anything that was secretly designed to delay your breakthrough. Heaven says the shift you are feeling right now is not imagination, it is not a mood, it is not an emotional wave, it is your spirit rising, it is your destiny vibrating, it is your future pulling you forward, it is your breakthrough activating. And God says the heaviness you have felt lately, the sudden intensity in your chest, the sudden pressure, the strange dreams, the emotional waves, the feeling that something is coming, these were signs that heaven was rearranging the structure of your timeline. I was moving pieces that you cannot see, I was turning situations you did not understand, I was aligning opportunities behind the veil of the unseen, and I was clearing the spiritual traffic that once blocked your progress. Heaven says nothing can stop what I am about to release into your life, because this blessing is not fragile, this blessing is not temporary, this blessing is not small, this blessing is not uncertain, this blessing is fortified with divine authority, and every angel guarding it knows your name. God says you will notice the weight on your shoulders softening, you will notice the fog in your mind clearing, you will notice the anxiety in your Emotions quieting, you will notice your heartbeat settling, you will notice peace entering you like warm light filling every broken place inside you, because I am healing you from the inside out. I am restoring your emotional balance, I am repairing your inner wounds, I am soothing the parts of you that were bruised when no one knew you were hurting. Heaven says I am stepping into your past to remove the sting, stepping into your present to bring strength, and stepping into your future to pour blessing. And God says I am not only restoring what was lost, I am multiplying what is coming. I am not only healing what was broken, I am elevating what is rising. I am not only ending old cycles, I am unlocking new gates. I am not only protecting you, I am launching you into a destiny that will make sense of every moment you didn't understand. Heaven says the spiritual pressure you were feeling was the weight of the old season cracking and breaking, because the next season of your life requires a lighter spirit, a stronger heart, a clearer mind, and a more awakened soul. And God says I am removing the bitterness that seeped into your memories, I am removing the anger that settled into your bones, I am removing the fear that whispered lies into your thoughts, I am removing the grief that distorted your view of yourself, and I am replacing these old weights with new peace, new confidence, new clarity, new direction, new purpose, new emotional stability, and new spiritual strength. Heaven says nothing will go wrong with you, because I have stationed angels ahead of you, blocking rejection, blocking betrayal, blocking accidents, blocking spiritual traps, blocking emotional attacks, blocking the wrong people, blocking negative intentions, and guiding you into alignment with people who will honor your spirit, honor your heart, honor your destiny, and honor the calling within you. God says listen carefully, your next blessings will not feel like random luck, your next opportunities will not feel accidental, your next open doors will not feel surprising, they will feel intentional, they will feel aligned, they will feel divine, because they were written for you long before you reached them. Heaven says I will show you why certain relationships ended, why certain people left, why certain connections collapsed, why certain conversations never happened, why certain situations broke unexpectedly, because none of it was rejection, it was redirection, none of it was loss, it was protection, none of it was a setback, it was preparation, and none of it was punishment, it was positioning. God says I am positioning you for a chapter that will feel lighter, brighter, clearer, stronger, and more spiritually elevated than anything you have ever experienced. Heaven says you will feel breakthroughs in your emotions, breakthroughs in your mind, breakthroughs in your intuition, breakthroughs in your energy, breakthroughs in your peace, breakthroughs in your direction, because your spirit is rising above the old pain, the old fears, the old insecurities, the old patterns, the old experiences, and the old emotional chains that once wrapped around your destiny. God says you are safe, nothing will go wrong with you. I am sealing your path, I am strengthening your foundation, I am clearing your environment, I am cleansing your atmosphere, and I am preparing you for miracles bigger than your past wounds, bigger than your old heartbreaks, bigger than your fears, and bigger than every dark moment you thought would break you. Heaven says your story is not ending, your story is not collapsing, your story is not stuck, your story is not lost, your story is evolving, rising, glowing, and shifting into a season where heaven becomes visible in your life in ways you have never seen before. And God says I am wiping tears from the nights you cried alone, I am restoring the strength you lost when you were tired of being strong for everyone else, I am rebuilding the confidence you lost when life pushed you harder than you could handle, and I am reminding you that you were never forgotten, never forsaken, never unseen, never unloved. Heaven says your miracle is not delayed, it is aligned, your breakthrough is not missing, it is maturing, your blessing is not withheld, it is preparing, and everything heaven promised you is moving toward your life faster than you realize. God says your next season will not be survival, it will be revival, it will not be endurance, it will be elevation, it will not be pain, it will be purpose, it will not be confusion, it will be clarity, it will not be loss, it will be abundance, because heaven is rewriting everything connected to your name, and once I rewrite it, no one can reverse it. God says this directly to you in this moment, and if you are hearing these words right now, don't you dare move, don't you dare blink, don't you dare scroll, because heaven is pulling your spirit into a moment that was written for you long before you were born. And God says, listen carefully, my child, you have no idea how close you are to something that will change your life forever, and if you skip even for a second you will miss the part your soul has been starving to hear, because right now the angels are standing still, silent, focused, waiting for the exact second you receive this message fully, because this is not an ordinary message, this is not random, this is not luck, this is not coincidence, this is a divine interception, a spiritual rescue, a heavenly intervention. And God says, stay right here, stay till the end, because I am about to reveal what the enemy hoped you would never learn, and the moment you hear it, something in your atmosphere will break open instantly. God says you have been walking with so much weight on your chest lately, pretending to be strong while silent storms were suffocating your heart, and even when people smiled at you they had no idea how close you came to giving up. But heaven saw, heaven recorded, heaven remembered every tear, every whisper, every night you couldn't sleep. And God says, today the heaviness ends, today the fear ends, today the shame ends, today the cycle ends, today the darkness ends, because this message is the key your spirit has been waiting to unlock. The prison that has been closing around your peace. And God says, don't skip, because the next lines carry the power to shift your entire destiny in one breath. God says your name has been called in heaven louder than ever before, and when your name was spoken the entire divine realm paused as thousands of angels turned toward the sound, because heaven is now working for you in ways that will shock every part of your life. God says, I am about to reverse battles you never knew existed. I am about to break attacks that formed in secret. I am about to expose people who smiled in your face while wishing for your downfall. I am about to clean your circle, your path, your energy, and your future in ways that will make you wonder how you survived so long carrying battles that weren't even yours. God says you were meant to hear this today, you were meant to find this today, you were meant to open this today, because the timing is divine, the urgency is divine. The pull you feel in your chest right now, that strange tightening, that sudden awareness, that emotional stirring, that is heaven pressing into your atmosphere, saying don't skip this moment, because breakthrough is sitting right in front of you. God says, I am removing every spiritual weight that has been sitting on your shoulders like a stone, pressing into your soul, and the moment you finish this message your spirit will breathe again, your heart will feel lighter, your mind will clear, and your energy will shift, because heaven is refreshing your entire being from the inside out. God says, listen my child, you have been fighting alone for too long, but you will not be alone anymore. I am stepping into the middle of your life right now and pulling you out of every battle that was designed to break you. I am removing every darkness that tried to attach itself to you. I am ending every delay that frustrated your path. I am blocking every attack that tried to wear you down. I am surrounding you with angels who have been assigned only to you, and they are now standing around you like a circle of divine fire, letting nothing touch you, nothing distract you, nothing drain you, and nothing pull you away from the destiny I wrote for you. God says you are safe, you are protected, nothing will go wrong with you, because I have gone ahead of you, clearing paths you haven't walked yet, closing doors meant to trap you, removing people meant to use you, and opening opportunities meant to elevate you. Heaven says what is coming next will make you forget the years of sorrow, will make you forget the nights of crying, will make you forget the fear you lived with, will make you forget the weight you carried, and will make you forget the seasons where you felt lost, abandoned, unseen, and unheard, because now heaven is rewriting your story, and the next chapter is dripping with favor, dripping with abundance, dripping with clarity, dripping with healing, dripping with restoration, and dripping with blessings so heavy your spirit will not have room for old pain. God says, Don't skip, because I am pouring something into your soul right now, something ancient, something holy, something powerful, something healing, something you have needed for far too long. You can feel it rising inside you right now, can't you? That strange warmth, that tiny spark, that soft trembling inside your chest. That is me touching the part of you that forgot how to feel alive. Heaven says the pressure you felt in your spirit lately was not punishment, it was preparation, it was spiritual contraction, it was the breaking of the old so the new can be born. And you are about to enter a season where everything, and I mean everything, begins to flow for you. You will see signs, you will see alignment, you will see unexpected blessings, you will see doors open for you faster than you can process. You will see people appear in your life who carry the exact energy you need. You will feel happiness returning, peace returning, motivation returning, worth returning. And God says the next few days will feel like breathing fresh air after drowning for years. Heaven says, I am lifting you, my child, I am elevating you, I am strengthening you, I am restoring you, I am healing you, and I am blessing you beyond anything you have ever expected. God says the things that were hidden are coming to light, the things that were blocked are releasing, the things that were delayed are accelerating, the things that were broken are being rebuilt, and the things that were silent are speaking again. And heaven says you will not walk into your next season alone. Angels will walk with you, my presence will surround you, my light will guide you, my favor will go before you, and my protection will stand behind you like a shield made of heaven itself. God says don't skip, this is the last part and the most important part, my child. Your miracle is not coming, your miracle is already here, it is already done, it is already sealed, it is already activated, it is already moving towards you with unstoppable force, and nothing in existence can stop it, nothing can delay it, nothing can break it, nothing can reverse it, nothing can interfere with it, because this miracle was written with your name engraved into it before time even existed. And heaven says take a breath, because everything around your life is about to glow with divine alignment, unexpected blessings, supernatural timing, and unstoppable breakthrough, and nothing in this world will be able to deny what God is about to do for you.